we're kind of in a midway point now, where we've got some bits off the BMW and some bits still on there, still attached. So I'll just walk you through what we got up to yesterday, and then I'll go through in detail more of the more technical pieces that we took apart, more of the harder bits and obstacles that we came across. So, starting with the front of the bike, we dropped out the front forks and the telly lever, the ball joint and the front wheel, and coming around side, we've left obviously the front sort of like cockpit housing on. Don't need to get to that bit yet, so to save space I'm just trying to leave as many parts on as possible. Telly lever I thought was going to be the most daunting part, wasn't too bad taking the telly lever off. If any of you guys have seen the inside of the telly lever caps, there's a big cap inside there. That actually did snap, so I've got some photos of that, and when I go through putting the telly lever back on, I'm making individual videos so that you can explain what bit broke and what you can expect if you're going to take it off yourself. So we started taking the front off, all ready to be reconditioned, repainted. We've taken the sort of rear subframe off and all the crash bars off the side of the bike. Now, the rear subframe's down there. That's going to go off the powder coaters. What I'm aiming to do is have a sort of like line of red going through the bike. So it start with red subframe, and then the telly lever is going to be front painted red, and the rest of the bits are going to be black. So the ball joint and the yoke, bottom sort of like steering it, is going to be, clamp is going to be black as well, and then may do the bottom of the fork stanchions black, and tighten up everything else, which is just looking a little bit worse for wear. So centre stand, side stand and everything just needs repainting, a little bit of love. So yeah, today, whilst we're waiting to go to an engineering shop, basically what happened was we took the telly lever apart, and we need to, for the powder coaters, we need to press out these bearings here. I haven't got a press in my garage, so we're going to take it to a friend's garage and press them out tomorrow. And the other part, which was actually harder than telly lever, was this ball joint here. Now, never even noticed it before, but this rubber booter gate was actually mullered. So it's a good job that we were taking it apart, really. It's still quite stiff. It's not, I don't think much grime has gotten in there and destroys the ball joint, so we might be able to save the ball joint and just put another gaiter on. I did try taking this nut off, but it's incredibly tight. So might just go for masking that up and repainting this. As you can see, I started scraping off some of the paint that was bubbling and blistering and sort of sanding it back to the bare metal. And I think we might be able to do a decent job of that, just spraying that at home. So I'm going to see if I can get that out at the friend's workshop. If not, we'll keep this one. It'll last a few thousand more kilometres, and then replace it at a later date and just paint this one up for now. Depends how far we get. So just on the side of the bike, you can see we left most of all the ancillaries on there still attached. We'll come around to taking them off and refurbishing them bit by bit, but just didn't want to litter the whole garage. I've only got a small space and loads of bits, so just doing it bit by piece. And as you can see on some of the cabling, all the sheaves are broken, so we do need to go around and see how bad the cabling is around the frame. I know there's a slight intermittent fault around the yoke to the ignition when you turn. Just as this has been parked up and I moved it on the ramp, it started to cut out as you turn. So I'm pretty sure that's the ignition cabling's all sort of been a bit weathered and a bit beaten, a bit worse for wear on there. So need to rebuild that wiring loom. Other than that, I think most of the bike's in pretty good nick. I've already placed the final drive bearing maybe a year ago, so I know that's pretty good. So it's just a matter of cleaning this all up. Still undecided. I get to this point and I think, well, how far do I want to go? Do I want to take the pistons off and repaint these as well because they're all flaking, or do I save that for next winter and then come back down to this point? So undecided how we go about that. It's going to give me a good chance to clean up all my exhaust as well and get up under here and make sure these shocks are in good nick as well. Okay, so that was just a quick update what I'll do is I'll create some more videos of the individual parts that we've taken off when I've got all the new replacement parts, and we can do specific videos to help anyone who's taken theirs apart and they want to see what it looks like and what parts and what obstacles they're going to encounter. So thanks for watching. If anyone's got any thoughts or feedback, drop them in the comments below. It'd be good to get any tips from you guys that have already done this or about to do this. I'd love to see some more projects as well. All the best.